greatest motorsport on earth, introducing Full Pull Live. Greatest motorsport on earth, introducing Full Pull Live. Your front row seat to all the action. Don't miss our next two NTPA national events. The M.E. Miller Tire Tri-State Showdown, live from Wauseon, Ohio on Friday, August 30th, where the 2024 Mini Rod and Four-Wheel Drive champions will be crowned, and the Charlie Swartz Memorial Pull on Friday and Saturday, August 30th and 31st, live from Canton, Ohio, where the 2024 Two-Wheel Drive and Light Superstock champions are being crowned. Sign up at the brand new low price of $39.99 a month. Full Pull Live, the greatest motor.
Well, welcome everybody to the Weighing In Preview Show here Wednesday night here. My name is Dan Mayer. I'm going to be joined by Jeremy Krieger here tonight. Jeremy, good to see you.
Good to see you, Dan. Thanks for having me. Always a pleasure to be with you and looking forward to some great pulling this weekend.
Absolutely. We got, there's two really good shows this weekend. We've got Wauseon, Ohio, and we've got the event over in Canton, Ohio this weekend, and we're going to crown some champions.
Absolutely, like championship point implications on the line. Full pull, pulling season in full swing, and we're coming down to the wire. We've got, the two-wheel drives will decide their fate at Canton, Ohio at the Charlie Swartz Memorial this weekend, as well as the light superstock tractors will be decided there. And in Wauseon, we've got a couple of really, really strong classes finishing up too as well.
Absolutely. Over in Wauseon, we will have the mini rods, the mini modifieds, as you can see right there, 12.5 points separate Brian McDonald, our leader, and Ken Vini from his third championship there. So that's going to be exciting. And then over in the four-wheel drive side, Mark Mangan, well, he's pretty much got this thing in the bag. I wouldn't say in the bag, but he's just basically got a hook to the sled Friday night to pick up his second championship. So anything can happen. But like you say, he's got a 30-point lead going into this one. So, we'll see what anything can happen. So
absolutely, and talk about two-wheel drive in Canton. It's not over yet. I mean, there are mathematically there are still 6 or 7, 8, 10 competitors who could come in there and take it away this weekend. I mean, yes, we've got a couple that are kind of nip and tuck at the top there, but there are several that are not mathematically ineligible to win this weekend. So it's going to be a fantastic couple of nights of pulling in Canton, Ohio.
Absolutely. And of course, if you can't be there, make sure you tune in to Full Pull Live for $39.99. And they will have both events. They're going to be showing both events this weekend. So they will have the M.E. Tire Showdown there in Wauseon on Friday night at 6:30. And then the Charlie Swartz Memorial Pull that we'll be at in Canton, Ohio, Friday and Saturday at 7 o'clock. So all kinds of great pulling here this weekend. And like I say, $39.99 per month. You can't beat that. And they've got some great stuff coming up here for the later part of the year as well. So this is going to be really cool to see how everything is going to shake out. But of course, we got NTPA Grand National Championships first and foremost. And like you say, let's kick it off here with two-wheel drives let's go to four-wheel drives here at Wauseon. So we'll talk about the event in Wauseon first. As you can see, we've got 19 competitors. And take a look down at the bottom there. We've got number 19 hook is going to be Mark Mangan with the Outlaw truck. So that is your points leader. As you can see, we've got second place in points. The Holman brothers, they're going to hook position number 7 here. We've got Mike Mankey entered, R.J. Simon, Ben Ellis. We've got Scott Phillips, Rob Foster, some of the points runners in here. And it looks like just about everybody except I would have to say the Varner brothers are going to be like an addition to the field here. But most of what you see in that lineup is going to be the regular points runners that we've seen on the Grand National circuit.
Absolutely. And, what a crop here. It's going to be great to watch Friday night. Make sure you tune in. Subscribe if you haven't already to Full Pull Live. Great event coming up in Wauseon. I understand Jason Schultz will be there bringing you the action on Friday evening. And, of course, Dan and I will be in Canton, Ohio on Friday and Saturday. But yeah, those are your four-wheel drives. Taylor Corsa coming out of Georgia, getting them started. She'll be the test puller there. And good to see the Mangans in there. Anna, next generation coming up in the Bounty Hunter. And RJ Simon bringing the Simon Says out to play. Always fun to see, the Simons out there in the four-wheel drive ranks, but a really, really strong crop of 19 answering the call Friday night.
Yeah, absolutely. And the way that was set up there, with the Holman brothers hooking in the middle of the class and then the points leader down at the bottom there, you can see Mark Mangan with the Outlaw truck. So that's going to be interesting. Holman's will lay down a shot, and Mangan knows what he's got to do out there. And, like I say, he's got a 30-point lead, but like you say, anything can happen. So
right, and he's going to have to watch 18 of them. I mean, you talk about nerves of steel, and you talk about it setting up to be one for the ages down there in Wauseon. The last hook in the class leading the points, literally anything can happen. The Holmans, and I believe this is their hometown show there in Wauseon with Emmy Miller and one of their sponsors for many, many years. But man, I'm kind of sad I'm going to be in Canton and can't watch Wauseon, because this is going to be a heck of an evening to watch some pulling.
Yeah, might have to watch that one come Sunday there, and when you wrap up the weekend there, and make sure you tune in, check that out. Now, we've also got the mini rods. The mini modifieds are going to be pulling, and we are going to crown a champion in that class as well.
Trigger, if you want, I'll go to Canton with Dan. I mean, if you really want to go to Wauseon that bad. I had to come in. If I get a chance to work with Dan Mayer, I mean, I'll take one for the team, and I'll go to Canton.
I understand. No, let me go to Canton, Jake.
Sorry, I had to come in and say something. And sorry for the goof up on the overlay at the beginning. That's me. I'll take all the blame as a producer. So.
No, you're good.
But I'm sure the No Practice podcast will be perfect tonight. Those guys don't ever make mistakes. They got Ricky Rose and Josh Blackburn tonight. I had to give a shout out.
What could possibly go wrong?
Right.
I've been texting Julie all day on how to get Ricky on to the internet. So the guy can drive a 15,000 horsepower unlimited, but he can't turn on his computer. So we'll see how that goes. So
I'll tell you what, when I last saw Ricky, in the winner's circle at Bowling Green a couple of weeks ago, he was still on cloud 9. So this will be good. I'm sure.
All right, back to business.
Sure. So we'll talk mini rods now. Yeah.
Yes.
So again, we've got some championship point implications. You've got the crafty veteran, the Ken Vini, looking for his would this be 3 or 4 coming up?
This would be mini modified championship number 3.
This would be number 3. So if he can get in there, but Brian McDonald, hanging tough with the his machine. So you've got some very little sanity versus the funny little farm all coming in there. There's a 12.5 point swing for Friday night. So it's going to be another one. So Kevin Dick will lead him off with that Cat Sass tractor. And he had a good run there at Bowling Green. I know he was really happy to make the winner's circle and get a top 5 up there. So he's going to be really excited to make answer the call there in Wauseon. Chris Shoemaker in the Mad Money. Adam Kester in the Beast of Burden there in the number 3 position. So Grant Theobald, he's he's a tough runner at Little Wicked.
And he's mathematically not out of it. I mean, he's
correct,
20 points out. So, I mean, he's in number 3 spot. So he could really throw a wrench in this whole championship thing.
Yeah, it's not over till it's over. And the Theobalds are always tough. And, it'll be very, very interesting to see. So Art Mendez and the Scratching for Traction and the number, he'll take the number 5 hook that evening. Kevin Campbell in the wild card. Cody Singletary in the Carolina Night Train coming up from Tar Heel, North Carolina to play with us this weekend. Dusty Price in the Bacon Bits, they're in the 8th spot. CJ Graysick and the Pile Driver will go 9th. And Scott Van Antwerp and the Playing Dirty will go 10th.
Yeah, Andy Corporal will be out there in number 11 spot with the Little Heathen tractor. Ron Tobin walk the line. They've had a up and down year, but he's looking to end on a big note here. We've got Randy Fenstermaker, the Roland Doe tractor. Holt Strickland, another one of our hot rookies. He'll be out there with the Just Ask, looking for a good weekend. He kind of didn't have a great weekend out there at Bowling Green, so he's looking to make up for that here this weekend. Of course, Todd Boltman, veteran there with the Stress Relief tractor. And then our current points leader, Brian McDonald. He's looking to wrap up that first championship points that he's ever gotten. So he's looking for a championship there. Gene Zeltner, the One Piece at a Time tractor, has laid down some real nice runs here the last couple of weeks at Bowling Green and then last weekend in Wellington. Always a good running tractor there. Dick Storhalter, he'll be up next, followed by Adam Kester with the Footloose tractor. A couple victories for him this summer. And then look who we got there, number 21 spot.
Yeah, Lindsey Campbell coming to us out of Washington, PA with the short fused, and Cody Singletary, 22nd with the Carolina Night Train in the first edition there out of Tar Heel, North Carolina. Had the opportunity to see him a couple years ago at Benson, and these tractors are beautifully put together and always tough wherever they show up. Renee Theobald, Shelbyville, Indiana, for the second entry with the Theobald minis there and the Pretty Wicked machine. And then Ken Vinny, trying to get yet another title with the funny little farm all coming to us out of Wadsworth, Ohio. Troy Arndt will take this 25th spot out of the state of Iowa with Slingshot. Bryce Cullen comes to us out of Wakeman, Ohio with Dr. Dirt. And then that always tough Guza tractor, Grandpa's Disaster. Can't say enough about those guys. When they are on, they are on. Adam Bauer and Peyton, Iowa-based Iron Toy. And then we'll round it out with Brian McDonald doing the driving on the vibrator machine for the Chase Richardsons and that group of folks there. So a very strong crop of 29 answering the call there Friday night.
So as we take a look there, so Grant Theobald's going to hook early in the class. And then we see there's the heavy hitters are down at the bottom of the class here. So it's going to be really cool to watch.
Absolutely. Another situation where it's anybody's race. It's not over. And we won't know till we know Friday night when everything shakes out and the dust settles there in Wauseon, Ohio. But a very strong group of mini rods answering the call. No question.
Absolutely. And once again, 6:30, that'll be Friday night, Wauseon, Ohio, the Emmy Miller Showdown down there at the Fulton County Fairgrounds. So like you say, if you can't be there in person, make sure you do check out Full Pull Live, $39.99 per month, and get you these great events here this weekend. And of course, you can go back and watch some of the, if you didn't, you were at Bowling Green, like to see them again, you can go back and watch those events or anything earlier from the year. So
yeah, you got the whole season, any event that Full Pull has been to, you're entitled to watch that as much as you'd like for your monthly fee of $39.99. And we hope you'll take great advantage of that and join us again this weekend for some great pulling Friday night in Wauseon and Canton and Saturday night in Canton as well.
And then, of course, also to go back to just to finish out Wauseon, they've got, I believe it's like 3 or 4 regional classes that they run as well. So it's not just the Grand National classes you're going to see. You'll see some NTPA Region 2 competition, and they always get a bunch of guys that show up for those events, that don't normally run the region circuit. So that's always something to add in, too, with that Wauseon event.
Fantastic. And the same at Canton. We'll have a couple of regional classes. I believe we'll have light limited super stock and classic super stock, if I recall, on the region side there to bring you in Canton, Ohio. So again, not just the Grand National activities. We will have some region stuff to bring you, and as all part of your admission fees of $39.99 a month, you get not only the regional, but you also get the Grand National competitors. So let's transition, and we'll talk a little bit about the Charlie Swartz Memorial in Canton, Ohio, where you and I are headed this weekend, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. The 6,200-pound light super stock class tied going into this weekend's competition. And Mr. Whitworth there, Colton Whitworth, with the his John Deere tractor tied with Terry Blackburn, the considered armed and dangerous.
Right.
And, I mean, Colton looking for that first ever championship there with Yield Express. As we take a look here at our lineup, we've got Brandon Phillips going to lead us off here on Friday night with his John Deere tractor. They've got Scott Whitworth piloting the bin buster here. We'll see what happens there. We've seen Scott and Colton kind of, share the driving duties on that one. Brian Schrammick with the red tractor out of Missouri. Then we've got Daniel Northcutt, and the On the Edge tractor will be up in position number 4. Former Grand National champion Adam Spiegelberg with the Detonator Black will be up number 5. And then points, tied for the points lead, Terry Blackburn in the 6th spot here, considered armed and dangerous. 7th spot, we've got Mark Gettinger with the Digger Steer. That's a new tractor we've seen out this year. 8th spot is Colton Whitworth with the Yield Express. That is the tractor that's tied for that number 1 spot. And then we've got Larry Phillips in the 9th spot there with Extremely Insane.
Absolutely. And, Larry coming off a great win there in Brandenburg, Kentucky at his home pull this week, this month, or actually late July into August. So he's still kind of riding that wave. Marcus Wedelson, a former national champion out of Postville, Iowa with the Gunpowder and Lead. Rex Kuhn in Wauseon, Indiana, and the Hoosier State-based machine called Letter Buck. Martin Daniel coming to us out of Woodbury, Tennessee. Another one of those tough-running Mid-Southers making the trip over the edge. And Chris Linville, the Osgood, Indiana-based Ridge Runner. I know they had a good weekend at Bowling Green with that machine, and they're looking to repeat up here coming into Canton. Craig Smith and the Whiskey's Fine John Deere making his trip out of Pike, New York to be with us. And then, of course, Cody Chizik, the youngster out of Newton, Wisconsin, who's done a great job learning that excessive force tractor. He will be with us. Brandon Phillips will drive the other one as well out of Vine Grove, Kentucky with the Insanity. And then Brent Payne to be with us on the Galat machine coming to us out of Shandon, Ohio.
So just an update on the Wauseon event. Steve Eaton, the announcer over there, says they're going to have a total of 6 classes.
6 classes.
Okay. Yep, 2 Grand National classes and then 4 regional classes there. So no doubt Steve will be on the mic over there. So if you are over there at the Wauseon event, and of course I believe that's going to be when they do show that on Full Pull Live, that they're going to run the full audio from that event. So that you'll be able to listen to Steve all night long. So be ready, Steve.
Absolutely. And then over on the Canton, we'll have light supers, pros, 2-wheel drive, and then our 2 regional classes will be the classic super stocks and our light limited super stock tractors as well. So we will have a total of 5 coming to you from Canton on Friday and Saturday.
So there we can see the point standings tied there, considered armed and dangerous, and then Colt Whitworth with the Yield Express. But you can see Brandon Phillips back there in the number 3 spot, just 12 points tied with Marcus Weddleson. So
yeah,
there you go.
So again, anything can happen. We're not out of the woods yet. But again, you and I were talking a little bit earlier, yesterday, I think it was, about, coming in like Colton Whitworth, sort of a David versus Goliath setup where you've got, the Cheesick tractors and Terry Blackburn, a very proven driver who's, won championship after championship after championship. And then the Whitworths coming to us with their very first bid to try to get one. So it's going to be a very, very interesting matchup come this weekend. No question about it. I'm excited.
Absolutely. And you got 2 hooks to get it done. So, that's going to be the interesting part, to see who, how everybody does Friday night and then come back and try to back it up on Saturday night. So always makes it pretty interesting there.
Right. And you got to put 2 really good passes together. Like, that's the thing. If you have a great one night and fall on your face the next, it's not over till it's over. And I have a feeling it's going to get even tighter, after the first session. We'll see. But I have a feeling that things will stay tight all the way to the end, and it may be Saturday night before we crown a champion.
Oh, I hope so. I hope that everybody's able to make it through Friday night and then move on into Saturday, and we really, we get down to brass tacks Saturday night, and and like you say, crown a champion the way it should be,
Absolutely.
On the track, and no breakage, and so we can hope for that.
And again, if you haven't already, make sure you sign up for Full Pull Live. It's $39.99 a month. We'll give you full access to every pull that Full Pull Live has covered and will continue to cover. But this weekend, you've got the Tri-State Showdown in Wauseon, Ohio for Emmy Miller Tire, and where we'll be at the Charlie Swartz Memorial Pull at the Stark County Fair, Friday and Saturday, 7 p.m. start times for us, 6:30 start time for the Wauseon event. So let's get back into 2-wheel drives and then kick us off, Dan, for our first session Friday night.
Yeah, this 2-wheel drive class we talked about, what a rat's nest we've got here for the championship here. We potentially got 10 competitors that can win this championship here this weekend.
Absolutely.
Looks like the Simon family, they've got the whole host of trucks here signed in. Brandon Simon leading it off here with the Simon Says Chevy. Looks like we'll see Jason Sullivan back here with the corn burner truck. He just recently picked up a national championship. Marty Clock with the Just Like Clockwork truck will be up number 3. Then we've got Mason Theobald coming off a big Bowling Green in the 4th spot there with the Wicked truck. Let's see, number 5 looks like we've got Seaver Perry, the Dirty Deeds truck. Tom LaRue out of Canada will join us here with the Diamonds and Dirt truck in the number 6 spot. Looks like Kelly Nichols, number 7 here with the One Fine Edge truck. And then John Hunt, one of our points guys, there in the number 8 spot with the Taz truck. And then it looks like Jesse Petro with Kathy's Complete in the number 9 spot. And looks like number 10 will be the Nothing Easy About It truck. And Brent Seacrest is going to do the driving looks like on Friday night.
Absolutely, and former national champion there as well. Nathan Faust coming in the 11th spot. Beaver Dam, Wisconsin-based hang time machine. Jesse Petro will be back in the Buckeye Hauler coming out of the 12 position. He hooks 12th on Friday night, and again, coming in. He's one of them that could take it this weekend. He's right up there in the thick of it. So this, coming out 12th in the class of 31. What's the track going to do? What's the sled going to do? If you're sitting 12th, what are you thinking? And we're already making your game plan. So Matt Kane comes to us in the number 13 position with that dark horse out of Eaton, Ohio for Eaton Compressor. Jacob Shepard, a Brown City, Michigan-based alcohol addiction retapped, coming off of a sweep in Brandenburg, Kentucky in late July. Got his first 2 Grand National wins back-to-back with that machine. So we know it can perform very, very well. Brandon Simon and the Simon Says Dodge will be up there, and out of Farley, Iowa. Leanne Tremolian May and the Thriller coming out of the Hoosier State, Valonia, Indiana, will pull 16th. Daryl Norman and that old Packard out of Athens, Alabama with the Untouchable will be with us. And Wesley Foster, another tough runner out of Woodbury, Tennessee, with his barbed wire in the number 18 position. Tom LaRue with his second hook of the evening out of Uxbridge, Ontario, Canada, with the Think Tank comes 19th. And Brandon Simon will pull the Dirty Pearl in 20th.
And then we'll have Joey Frazier with the Come Around Sundown truck in the 21st spot. 22nd will be Dave Hunt with the Shameless out of Texas. And we've got New Yorker Ray Fintak in the number 23 spot here with the Extreme Scheme. Alan Kane will join us with the Mad Max. He's had a up and down season here, looking for big things here in Canton. Donnie Sullivan, our defending champion, in the 25th spot here with Big Stick. Russ Nichols, another former champion. He'll be in the 26th spot here with the On the Edge truck. Tim Beatty out of Tennessee with the Sawmill Express will be 27th. And then we'll have another one of our Canadians, Hannah Shepard, and Purdy in the Pink, that little bucket T. She'll be in the 28th spot. Ethan Foster and Crosswired will be 29th. Points leader, Chase Richardson. Suffering Sandal will be down towards the bottom here in the 30th spot. And then Kerry Unger, the overtime 2, the big winner out in Iowa, will fill out the class in the 31st spot. So as you can see, what a class. I mean, it is just, stacked from top to bottom.
Absolutely. And, point implications coming in. The Buckeye Hauler comes in 3 back, Taz is 4 back, Big Stick is 5 back, Barbed Wire 7 back, Wicked 11 back. Again, mathematically, anybody within, I think, probably the top 12 or 15 mathematically has a chance if everything goes right to sweep it this weekend and steal one. So it's going to be very, very interesting. But we are by no means out of the woods yet. It's going to come down to who performs and brings us the best group of passes this weekend, Friday, Saturday night.
Yeah, put your answers in the comments. Who do you think is going to win the 2-wheel drive points here this year? And, I'd like to say that I don't think it's going to come out of the top 2. I think it's going to come out. I'm going to take the easy way out. I'm going to say from position number 3 to maybe position number 8, maybe. We'll go with that, but it's tough to say. I mean,
absolutely, yeah, and it's going to come down to everything has to be just perfect. You're going to have to rattle off 2 really, really good passes. I mean, of course, if you sweep the weekend, that's something that's going to help you by a big margin. But who's going to win? I don't think there's this is going to be a tough pick for. I agree with you. I think 5 to 8. 3 to 7, maybe somewhere in there. We'll just have to see, and maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, but it's going to be interesting.
Well, one thing that I don't want to count out is, I said, position number 3, but position number 2 is Jesse Petro. He's won 7 of these. So
absolutely,
he knows how to win championships. So I can't,
absolutely.
We're going to go back on that statement there. Yeah. So I you know what? I don't know. We're going to find out. We're all going to see who's going to do it. So that
right, and I don't think you can. Like I think it's too close to call. I think if we tried to pick, we would just be guessing our very best guess. But we get to watch it. We get to be there. We get to be a part of it. And then what a blessing that's going to be. Best seat in the house. If you haven't already, sign up for Full Pull Live so that you can join us and catch these, end of season points implications on Friday and Saturday night. Man, we're going to have a good couple of pulls.
Absolutely. And, of course, like I say, you're going to, if you can't be there, make sure you check out Full Pull Live and tune in, and we'll bring you all the action. And we've also, I was just going to say, we've got more classes here.
We got to talk about the pro stocks too. Yeah, for sure.
This is, hometown here for the Schmuckers, for the Connies. I mean, there's, of course, you got the Warpath tractor not too far away. So, those 5 tractors, this is more or less their hometown pull, and they're going to come, with both barrels loaded.
Absolutely, and it's great to see all of them. It's good to see Russ Yoder joining us this weekend with that extra butter, Minneapolis Moline out of the Hoosier State in Topeka, Indiana. But it'll get us started. It'll be the Beloit, Ohio-based Mac Nasty, Mike Connie for Mac Trailer. Peter Norton will be second with the Money on Black John Deere out of Franklin, Indiana. Carlton Cope brings that famous Massey, the Warpath out of Salem, Ohio, out of the number 3 spot. Danny Schmucker in the Rampage coming to us out of Louisville, Ohio, pulls number 4. Russ Yoder will be with us out of Topeka, Indiana, number 5. Brandon Simon, Loud and Heavy X out of Farley, Iowa, will go 6. Avery Nauman out of Cardington, Ohio, with the Little Rascal will be in the 7th position. Jason Svanovic, Rockwood, PA-based bootlegger John Deere in the number 8 position. Robbie Lemke in the New Generation Plus out of Hellenville, Wisconsin, goes 9. And Braden Schrumick with that orange Agco Youngblood coming to play with us out of Williamsburg, Missouri, coming out of the number 10 pull position.
Yeah, and of course, that orange tractor right there, it's been hot here the last couple weekends, so look out there. Brent Meyer, current points leader, sitting in the number 11 spot here with injected funds. Hook at number 12 will be Chance McGrath, his return here to the Grand National Circuit, and boy, he's had a great summer with
Absolutely.
The Last Chance too. Julia Ray will be 13th hook here with the Mac Daddy tractor. She's right there as well. Josh Martin, good to see Josh back out on the circuit here with the Think Green tractor. Had a nice run in Bowling Green a couple of weeks ago. Good to see him back out. Robbie Russell, 15th spot here with the Workhorse tractor. And then we've got the hometowner, Kevin Schmucker, Louisville, Ohio, with the Get Her Done Deer. He'll be in hook number 16. And then we've got, looks like in the 17th spot is Nick Elsinger with the Dream on Deer. Jack Mays will join us once again here with the Billet Binder. Good to see Jack back out in the 18th spot. 19th, Tim Kane with the Red Gambler. And we talked about, Tim a whole bunch here this summer. And he's looking to have a good weekend here, as well as Brandon Simon going to fill us out here in hook number 20 with the Loud and Heavy tractor. So as you can see, once again, a great field of pro stocks, and we'll see, who's going to take home. And of course, they've got 2 more hooks the following weekend. You're going to be in Sandwich.
Yep, I'll get to see them the 7th of September. That's Saturday. They have 2 sessions up there at Sandwich, Illinois to finish it out, the Great Sandwich Fair. So they are by no means done, but this weekend, I believe, we'll set up, the final stretch. Once they get through Canton, they've got, just 2 to go. So things could change very much so as we leave this pull, the Charlie Swartz Memorial, out of Canton this weekend.
Absolutely. And if Jason's back there, he can come on, and we'll talk about the full pull picks here for this weekend, as we've got some of the latest up to date where everybody's at here going into this weekend, and we will check those out here in just a little bit here. But make sure you do get your picks in here for the weekend. All kinds of good games going on here this weekend.
And again, we want to thank you for being with us tonight. Thank you for dialing in, and really looking forward to bringing you the action. I know I am, Dan. You've kind of done this already once this year for Recovery, but this is kind of my debut, and I'm excited to kind of learn how things work at Full Pull and bring a live stream to the fans this weekend on Full Pull Live.
It's gonna be great to have you on, Jeremy. It's gonna be great.
I appreciate the opportunity, and like I say, we're really looking forward to it. And getting to spend a weekend with your buddy Dan Mayer is never a bad thing, announcing or not. It's good to, we announcers, we travel all year, as you're well aware, and when you get to be with somebody who's also your pal, and you get to bring an event to somebody you don't get to hang out with very often, it's a good weekend all around.
So here's Canton, guys, night 2, session 2. I know we got more classes, but I wanted to we don't have to buzz through all of these, but this is your Saturday night in Canton for your light supers. Here's your 2-wheelers. And then here is your pro stocks again for session 2. All this is up at fullpull.live as well for everybody that wants to go out and see it. So it's not up yet. Allie always updates it after the show so that other people can see that. So, Dan, what other points races or what else did you want me to put up on the screen, buddy?
I would say our full pull picks we were going to take a look at, and we were going to take a look at where some of everybody's sitting kind of right now and what games are available here for the weekend. And
give me 1 second.
Once again, two big shows here this weekend. And
so right now we have our cash pick games up. I got $66.74 in my account, guys. I had $170 in my account before last weekend. So I went on a losing streak, as they like to say, Dan or Jeremy, last weekend. So
gotcha. Well,
but it's fun. I'm having fun.
All right.
So we got mini rods Friday night, session 1 in Ohio, guys, at Wauseon. This is going to be, you pick 2 people that you think will finish in the top 3. Adam Kester, Beast of Burden, sitting out there at 13-1 right now. Little Wicked, Grant Theobald, wild card. Kevin Campbell's kind of on a tear, isn't he?
He won last weekend. Yep, yeah, he picked up his first win last weekend.
People aren't paying attention. I'm going to grab him because I can. And let's see here. Who do you like, Krieger, to finish in the top 3? Krieger,
oh man, you know what? Give me. If I'm playing with your money.
Yeah, let's see who's in the field picks.
Yeah, I was going to say, I always pick the field.
The field did really good for me, you guys in Bowling Green in the 2-wheel drives. I picked the field and did really well because there were so many of them. I thought, what the heck?
Might as well. It's never a bad thing.
Got the Cat's Ass, Mad Money, Scratching for Traction, Bacon Bits, Pile Driver, Playing Dirty, Little Heathen, Andy Corporal, Walk the Line, Toby, Crazy Horse, Rolling Dough, Just Ask. Holt's somebody that can sneak up and surprise a bunch of people.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Never count out Adam Bauer at Wauseon, Ohio. Just going to throw that out there.
Lindsay, I like this in the field, Lindsay, because she's starting to get it dialed in.
Yeah,
and Cody Singletary. Yeah, let's should we grab the field, guys, or what should we do here?
Yeah, I say grab the field.
Grab the field. So we're gonna select the field.
Might as well. Yeah, for sure.
Let's do 5. So 5 will win a 68.75.
There you go.
Boom! It's that easy.
There you go.
That easy. So 4-wheel drives on Wauseon.
Never count out the Holman brothers.
Yeah, I was going to say no surprises there though. The Holmans are heavy bets right now.
So, Todd Morris says, "Welcome to the family, Jeremy."
Thank you, Todd. Happy to be here, good sir.
Yeah. How do you pick against Mangan? But so what these guys are, these are head-to-heads. So It doesn't matter who wins. Who will do the best out of 4-play, Yankee Blue, Rule 19, and Mark Mangan. Look at Mangan.
Yeah, and they're not looking at Mangan at all. Well, I understand he's pulling last. Like, I get it. He's the last hook in the class.
Yep.
And the Holmans are earlier, but I don't know. I don't think you can count him out. 12-7-5. I don't know. I would take that bet all day.
And the other foursome is Bucket List, Bounty Hunter, Foster Child, and the Contender. Who do you guys like out of that 4?
I like Foster Child.
Yeah, I think you got to go with Rob Foster in that scenario.
Woohoo!
Oh, look at that!
Easy, big spender.
No, I'm gonna do it.
Hey, you know who's gonna buy us a steak dinner Saturday night?
Now I have $9.74 in my account.
You just blew all of your pot.
I did. But sometimes a fat finger, it could be good luck. It could be good luck.
Absolutely.
Pro stock picks, Canton. Who's announcing in Canton? These 2 guys are on the microphone. I don't know who's usually in-house in Canton. Dan Mayer and Jeremy Krieger will be on Full Pull Live.
As I understand it, I can't confirm this, but as I understand it, it could be Alan Washburn, and perhaps Darren Hartwell out of Michigan. I don't know that. Yeah. I don't know that for a fact. That's just what I heard.
Steve Eaton's doing in Denver. Sounds like they're doing. Yeah, he said that earlier.
Right.
Okay, good deal. That'll be fun. And now we're going to use them on our Full Pull live stream. But
excellent.
We're going to have the 2 heavy hitters, Dan and Jeremy and Canton, both nights. So, pro stocks. Canton.
Okay.
This
yeah,
is
I'm interested to
a
see. Okay.
You got to go Carlton Cope. Carlton Cope's
Yeah,
coming off a big win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they like him.
And he got second in Bowling Green, right?
Yeah, they like him, and they like Brandon Simon already. They like
Yeah.
Strand. Of course, they should. Like he's done very well the last couple as well.
Yep.
Wow. I think I'd take that bet with Chance McGrath for where he's at. That's,
Less chance too.
yeah,
There you go.
I'm gonna wager my final $9.74. I'm gonna see about that. If that cashes, guys, that'll win me $105.19.
There you go. I hope it does.
I hope it does too. I'll buy you steak.
See, now we're
really
going
fancy
Brazilian.
ones.
We're going Brazilian steakhouse now.
Jim Wells says, "See you boys in Canton." Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We're gonna let them out of their cage a little bit and let them walk around.
Looking forward to being with you, Jim.
Two-wheel drives in Canton. I don't want to reload my account in front of you guys.
Yeah, that's okay. You don't have to.
So. But Corn Burner, Wicked, Taz.
Yeah, wow. Look, they're all together.
Yeah,
This is.
Yeah. And then
Wow.
Fields. I always like the Fields.
Sure.
With the two-wheelers. Just because it is such a. I know Chase is nervous as all can be.
Yeah, I would be too.
Weekend.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Sure.
A lot on the line.
I'm sure he'll talk about it in the No Practice podcast, which starts in 23 minutes. Again, Ricky Rose and Josh Blackburn coming on tonight. And we are live streaming Wauseon and Canton. I really want to stress that with people. So like Dan, like you said, you watch one, you go replay another. With that monthly subscription, you can go back and watch these replays anytime.
Absolutely.
As much as you'd like.
When they get done in Wauseon on Friday night, you flip on over to Canton and watch that pull. And
here's your light supers at fullpullpicks.com. Right now, people are liking Terry Blackburn. That's weird. That was sarcasm, Krieger, by the way. So, Rex Kuhn, 2-1.
Good pick.
Okay. Yeah, good pick.
And Brent Payne Galot, 1.5 to 1 right now. So
yeah, okay.
Good stuff there.
Yeah, Rex coming off a big win there last weekend.
Yeah. And then mini rods. We got mini rods in Ridgeland, Wisconsin on Sunday. Okay. That will be live streamed as well for free on Facebook and YouTube.
Nice.
So just a heads up on that. But some region action up there. We've hit a couple of regions. Hopefully we'll get to do more next year. This is our year 1 of Full Pull Live. Who would you pick here between Tim Peisig, Nathan Hoffman, and Chad Timmerman?
I'd go with the Fallout tractor.
Okay.
I'd go with the Shaken Shamrock for me.
Okay. And then we got who would win between Peisig, Burnett, and Jim Gerke, the rare breed.
I got to go with the Burnett on that.
Yeah, people are liking
Yeah,
Burnett.
I would say Little Disasters. That's a good pick.
Part of the Guza camp there.
Pisces,
And then you got Super Farm in Ridgeland, Wisconsin.
Okay.
Ridgeland's guys, it's one of our big pulls in Wisconsin. It's one of those hillside seating ones, but it's a real hill. Like if you drink too many beers, you might fall down the hill.
Just roll down the hill.
Yeah, just roll in a barrel to your car. Sure.
So we got some head-to-heads in Super Farm. We got the Hustler. Why did I click on something? Yeah, I did. Okay, yeah, the Hustler. Who will do the best between the Hustler and Red Resurrection, and who will do the best between Black Stallion and Power Up? So a lot of fun on that. Leaderboards from this past weekend. Mikey Wright, 55, did good at the Waiawega mini rods over the weekend.
That's Waiawega.
Yeah, that's like my favorite Waiawega. That's where Spiegelbergs are from. That's the only reason I know. We had a big winner in Pro Stock diesel trucks from Lyons, Indiana.
Wow.
Cowboy Puller won $305 on an $18 wager.
Wow.
So that's good stuff. Wow. He grabbed Matt Penn and Penn Farms and Scheid Diesel. I'm guessing Penn Farms had the longer odds. Yeah. Brady and Scheid, that name always up there at the top for favorite.
Yeah, but Matt Penn that's
tough.
He's Mr. Pro Stock truck too. Yeah,
he's a tough 3.6er.
That's the one with the pretty farm mule on the front of it, right, Dan? I think.
That one, it's the silver.
It's
the yellow.
Silver 3.6 and comes out of Edina. I asked him. It is Edina, Missouri.
Edina. We had an $82 winner with Pro Stocks at Scheid's, Real Deer Pro, and River Rat. So that was a $20 cash pick.
Nice.
Won $82, so that's good there.
There you Great.
Just kind of flipping through some of these, just showing you how this works. It's all at the website there for everybody.
For sure.
But life is good. Good stuff. We got some exciting point races all around. Pay attention. So.
And Jason, it's still if you sign up, you still get the $20 to work with. If
you have not created an account yet, I'll put that little graphic up here on the bottom. You get $20 free deposited to your account at fullpullpicks.com. Not every state is eligible yet. Full Pull team's still working through all of that. So if you're in it, like if somebody says I can't upload into my account, it's because your state's not eligible yet. But our website at fullpull.us has all the eligible states on there. But we're adding states as we go. So, but we're having a lot of fun. Jeremy, it's gonna be great to hear your voice, see your face on fullpull.live. We've had Dan on there already. Dan, having Dan's knowledge in there is awesome. Jeremy, just sit back, drink a water, and let Dan run away with it. I love it. So it's gonna be fun. That's why when you said you want to go to Wauseon, I'm like, hey, I know a guy. How far is Wauseon from Canton? Does anybody know?
I have no idea.
Well, you figure Wauseon's northwest Ohio, and Canton, I would say you're probably looking about 3 hours.
Okay.
2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in with either the Richardsons or the McDonald's Saturday morning and head that way.
I'm going to say 2.5. Yeah, okay. I would say 2.5. It's just south of Cleveland.
Yep.
So,
and you guys will have countdown to pool time at 5 p.m. Eastern on Friday night. Our college game day setup. I think, Jeremy, you've probably seen that before, and Dan's participated that with us as well. So we're excited for that. So absolutely. I am going to show some video from Full Pull Live from Wellington last Friday night, guys, here for 5-10 minutes before we fire up No Practice Podcast. Is that okay with you guys?
Absolutely.
Sounds good to me.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Jeremy, good to see you. Dan, good to see you. And we'll see you in Canton, buddy.
Yes, we'll see you on the countdown to pull time shows, and we're going to have, we'll get all the folks that are involved in the points races, and we'll have their last minute comments before they get ready to go pulling. So that ought to be pretty exciting.
Absolutely.
Share the excitement, right? Share the excitement. Here we go.
Carrying that front end like we like to see. So
285 and 4.
Jeremy, you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
What's that one show where the guys used to sit there and watch those movies and they made fun of everything? It was like a
Mystery Science Theater.
Sitting pretty well. I think he's still in third place.
Now, the one thing I've learned this summer is even county fairs have like state fair crowds in Ohio. The crowds, Dan and Jeremy, that I have seen have just been insane.
Good run.
Absolutely.
Renee Theobald finished behind Ken.
And this is Greg Randall and Chase Diamond in the booth last Friday night from Wellington, Ohio. So
Everybody.
We'll zoom around a little bit.
6th place, so respectable.
Wauseon has a huge crowd. They always have a crowd there, and Canton's always a real big crowd as well.
A couple good hooks down there as well, so see if you can get it done.
Well, a much better run than the burst panel run before, obviously, but he seemed.
Again, just showing a replay here of Wellington. If you're just joining us from Wellington Friday night, courtesy of FullPull.live. Jeremy Krieger, Dan Mayer just took you through your weigh-in Wednesday show. No Practice Podcast starts in 16 minutes with Adam and Tyler and Chase. Tonight they have Ricky Rose will be on first, and then Josh Blackburn will be on later. I'm guessing it's gonna be a long one, boys. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I can see that one going for 3 hours. So
I don't think I'm gonna miss this one for sure.
But Ricky's such a fun personality, and obviously Blackburn is as well. So who knows what those guys are going to be up to. So
we should probably go to full picks. Is Ricky going to talk about the hauler?
Yes. Yes. We parked our merchandise trailer by him in Bowling Green. He was worried we were going to scratch it, and he was making sure that I didn't scratch it. So.
Yeah, I know down in Chapel when he debuted it down there, he was worried about how he was going to get out of there.
Here's Lindsey Campbell. We'll go back to sound for a little bit.
That consistency game a little bit. A lot of learning. And I think the consistency, Kevin said it, consistency in the setup, trying to make it work every time out is key. Let's see what Lindsey has here. Chasing down her husband. Nice run.
I like how he said chasing down her husband. I thought that'd be something Dan or Jeremy would say. Kind of sneak that in there a little bit. So,
Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum.
I'm proud of Lindsay. She's doing a great job, kind of coming into her own in this season. I'm excited to see kind of where she goes with it.
I'm glad she stuck to her guns and didn't let Kevin drive hers and made Kevin go buy his own.
Well, true. Yeah. That's a fair statement.
Yep. No, that was going to happen, and she's like, no, this is mine. You can go get your own. And he did.
He did.
Oh, he did. So, what else did we have in Wellington Friday night, guys? I don't remember all the classes.
Light supers.
Okay. Were they early or were they late, Dan? Do you remember by any chance?
We watched real late. So.
Okay. And we start out with classic super stocks, which is fun. And that's what's been fun, like having some regional at some of these Grand National hooks. We've been live streaming all of it, and that gives them and their friends and family a chance to be on Full Pull Live too.
You know what? It's Crown.
Okay. Yeah, let's zoom ahead a little bit here.
That was the last class of the night.
Yeah, there's light supers. There's pro stocks. We got to listen to Womp Womp.
Mike Connie and the Mac Nasty. A threat to our leader, Carlton Cope, still sits out there from the first hook, 362 and 3.
Greg, we're going to need to talk up.
I'll talk to him.
Minutes for that.
We gotta go find Cope's run, guys.
Hook. So I'm sure they're gonna have to.
Pro stock class
was a good way to go.
There it is.
And he's all trying to run that in a class of 6
That sounds like
cylinders.
Kevin Campbell.
When
I
he
think
puts
Kevin
the
came in
effort
there with
in,
Greg.
the
Does that
bench at
sound
the
right?
time that I felt.
He knows a thing or two about pro stocks.
No,
it's tough.
What happened to
Carlton, the older guy,
There we go.
week last week.
little time tractor pulling.
We proved already.
It's
The Warpath is just special, guys.
No, yeah.
2013, a year after you did it in Georgia class, self-employed. V8.
absolutely.
You're very familiar with that.
Absolutely.
I'll let you talk about that in a second. We'll let
Yes, the loudest has been in Hall.
Orange.
Those headers just a glowing.
Yep.
Cherry red manifold
Rose
characteristic.
Coming. What'd you just say to him? You saw him coming, and what'd you started cheering for him?
I was coming in and I was like, it looks like it's gonna bottom out, and it just held at one pace for maybe 10 feet, and it just
Little Joe,
held
give
there.
Wow,
Slow
that's
down.
good. I haven't seen
Nice run. He picks up first place, 328. Thanks for coming out here with me, little
You
Joe.
got to catch the whole interview.
I was coming.
He's a fifth grader
Shed right there.
Wow.
Is he really?
Smoothed out.
I don't
Held
think
the
he
front.
changed. And
Does Joe have 104 or 105?
Exactly.
Dan.
I think it's 103.
Okay, 103. Okay.
103, I think.
We'll watch Joe's run. We'll watch his little interview, and then we'll sign off, and everybody can get stretch out before the No Practice podcast. So
they've really built a nice business there. The Canes, the Kane family. Joe Eder had to
clinched
a little bit.
yeah,
Tightens up the straps. It's old hat for Joe. Joe's, I would say, of all the drivers, Joe's probably less nervous of anybody holding the lead because he's done it a lot of times,
Oh, absolutely. This is where an experience counts, because you can not play into the excitement and the anticipation and everything.
I wonder if we'll see him be more patient with the throttle.
I probably not.
To see.
Hammer down.
Yep. Unlimited.
That's the run he was
Happy.
looking for.
That's
That's
exactly
what
it.
he needed. He really did.
We
Run.
We're gonna find out.
and
About 12 feet.
but it
Yeah.
In here with little Joe. Tell me what you just said.
Well, it's crazy. Just wow.
So when you saw him coming, what'd you just say to him? You saw him coming, and what'd you started cheering for him?
I was coming in and I was like, looks like it's gonna bottom out, and it just held at one pace for maybe 10 feet, and it just held there. I'm like, go Dad.
Nice run. He picks up first place, 328. Thanks for coming out here with me, little Joe.
All right, guys, this has been fun. This is what it's all about. That's what we're trying to bring you with Full Pull Live, making our pullers rock stars. I know there's that one commercial where Billy Idol says you can't. What is it? It's some tech company's doing that. Your guys aren't rock stars because they all call each other rock stars. I don't know. Both of you are looking at me like I'm crazy. So
I know what you're talking about, but I can't tell you what it is.
It's a TV commercial. But Full Pull Live, we're trying to put a spotlight on our pullers and give them the pull that they deserve, and hopefully get this sport big enough where we get it paying back more money as well. So on behalf of Dan Mayer, Jeremy Krieger, this is the Weigh In Wednesday show. No Practice podcast starts in 8 minutes. Get ready for the next 3 hours of your life, because I guarantee it's going to be a long one. Once you get Ricky Rose going, he's like a weed eater. It's rum, 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 and then eat it with Blackburn. That's just going to be classic.
Okay, so over or under, is Ricky going to talk about the rig within the first 15 minutes, or what do you think?
I think Adam or Tyler have a question for him right away. Don't you guys think?
Probably, yeah.
I would say that, yeah.
Actually, it might be in one of Tyler's quick questions there.
Yeah, one of his rapid fires.
His rapid fire, yeah.
Awesome. Hey, it was great having you. Good job tonight, guys. Thank you for watching every Wednesday night. Countdown to pull time will be 5 o'clock Eastern with these guys, the Jeremy and the Dan Krieger from Canton, Ohio. We'll bring you Wauseon and Canton. So, anything else?
You knew what he meant.
Yeah, we heard.
Did I say something wrong?
We knew what he meant. Yeah, you said Dan Krieger and Jeremy Mayer. But we know what you mean. That's all right.
It's kind of this guy, that guy. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Good night. We'll see you Saturday.
Greatest motorsport on earth, introducing Full Pull Live, your front row seat to all the action. Don't miss our next 2 NTPA national events. The M.E. Miller Tire Tri-State Showdown, live from Wauseon, Ohio on Friday, August 30th, where the 2024 Mini Rod and 4-Wheel Drive champions will be crowned, and the Charlie Swartz Memorial Pull on Friday and Saturday, August 30th and 31st, live from Canton, Ohio, where the 2024 2-Wheel Drive and Light Superstock champions are being crowned. Sign up at the brand new low price of $39.99 a month. Full Pull Live, the greatest motorsport on earth,